everyone. So nice to see everyone. So it's been a while since I've given an evening talk on Wednesdays. And as I was walking out the door with the books, I realized, oh, I didn't take any notes. I forgot. You got to take some notes so you kind of know where you are. So deliciously, I have no idea how this is going to go. I'm going to read the case first as it was written, and then we'll sort of bring it up to date. Zhui Fang, teaching his community, said, "Pick up the whole great earth in your fingers, and it's as big as a grain of rice. Throw it down before you, like a lacquer bucket you don't understand. I'll beat the drum to call everyone to look." Modern version. Shui Fang teaches his community and says, "Pick up the whole great earth in your fingers, and it's as big as a glass of water. Throw it down before you." It's like it's like a lacquer bucket. You don't understand. I'll beat the drum to call everyone to look. Isn't that clever? But this is really the aliveness of koans, right? When we kind of get the feeling for what are they pointing to and how do they work, there's this wonderful way of playing with koans, and koans giving us like a way into like just experiencing our ordinary life as miraculous and extraordinary and as a moment of awakening. So we're reading from the Blue Cliff Record, Case 5, and I'll read the pointer. I already read the case. Whoever would uphold the teaching of our school must be a brave, spirited person. Only with the ability to kill a person without blinking an eye can one become Buddha right where they stand. Therefore, their illumination and function are simultaneous. Wrapping up and opening out are equal in their preaching. Wiping the floor down and sitting down are equal in their presentation. Principle and phenomena are not two, and they practice both the provisional and the real, the conventional and the real. Letting go of the primary, Shui Fang sets up the gate of the secondary meaning. If he were to cut off all complications straight away, it would be impossible for late-coming students of elementary capacities, kind of lower-level capacities, to find a resting place. In other words, this is part of the Zen master's job, is to set up all of these complications so that we have to kind of work a little bit to find our way in, through, and to them as an expression of awakening. It's really vexing, but at the same time, it's never boring. And it kind of like really gets your mettle up, you know? It was this way yesterday. The matter couldn't be avoided. It was this way today, too. Yes, it's this way today. Faults and errors fill the skies. Still, if one is a clear-eyed person, They cannot be fooled one bit. Without clear eyes, lying in the mouth of a tiger, one cannot avoid losing one's body and life. As a test, I cite this. Look. So you can feel all the drama that this particular case is inviting us into. And lately at the temple, we've been sort of saying, we don't want any more of the drama triangle. We want the Dharma triangle. So the drama triangle goes something like, I'm here, there's somebody that hurt me, the person that got hurt is the victim, and then there's like a rescuer kind of person. And we find that happening a lot in our interactions with each other. And the Dharma triangle is, taking refuge in Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, this one body that we are all in the boat together, using each of these moments of difficulty or seeming difficulty to awaken. Very different. Okay, so let's look at the case together. Feng Shui Feng, teaching his community said, pick up the whole great earth in your fingers. So right away, he just really throws the gauntlet down, right? What is he even asking? Pick up the whole great earth in your fingers? Is this some sort of like Atlas thing where he's got the earth on his shoulder from Greek mythology? Maybe some bells are going off with that one. No. So this right here is such an important part of the koan, right? What does he mean by pick up the whole great earth in your fingers? He is immediately calling us to our Buddha nature. He's immediately calling us to this one body of the Buddha, the Dharmakaya, what we call the Dharmakaya. So the first thing we have to actually directly experience with this koan, what is this one great earth? What is this one body of the Buddha? And all of our accumulated knowledge up until now will not help. Let me repeat that. All of our accumulated knowledge up until now will not help us to have this direct experience of the one body of the Buddha. You can feel inside of that phrase, the great earth in your fingers, that you can actually feel that everything is touching, right? Everything is touching. What is it like to have a direct experience of everything is touching? Yeah, it kind of wakes you up a little bit to even consider what would that be. Everything is touching. This great earth that has no edge. Pick up the whole great earth in your fingers, and it's as big as a grain of rice. Wow, okay. So we just were in this boundless emptiness space. Oh, okay, and that, believe me, that takes some effort, right? That alone takes effort. All of the koans in the beginning are all about getting us to get really comfortable, directly embodying and experiencing and appreciating and loving this great earth, this one body of the Buddha. And I hope you can feel some of the vastness of that as I'm speaking, and some of the cannot be graspedness of that as I'm speaking. Rinzin Roshi has been working with the Lankavatara Sutra, and the Buddha in the last section said, you know, I've been teaching all these years, I haven't taught a thing. That is the great earth, right? Nevertheless, it's as big as a grain of rice, right? It's as big as spilt water on its way to the lectern. Now, for those who've been hanging around for a little while in the Buddhist world, your mind should kind of be like, oh, this is that form and emptiness business, isn't it? Right? But even with that, so say you're clever enough to like go there, it's not enough to say, oh, I recognize that as like, oh, the great earth is this, right? Something has to move and grow and change in the heart. The character of the person has to come alive, come out of the shell of its samsaric ego, if you will. And again, this is no easy thing. It is not easy, but it's completely doable. Okay, so he's taken us right there, just in that one line. So, all right, you got the grain of rice. He's got the grain of rice. It's like, okay. That boundlessness is right here, right now showing up as this grain of rice. All right. And then what does he do? He throws it away, right? As soon as you've got like a tiny bit of understanding here going on, the rug gets pulled out from underneath you, right? Of course, because we don't want to stick anywhere. There's actually no place to attach. And our minds love to attach to, oh, okay, I got it. Got it, don't got it, right? Throw it down before you. It's like a lacquer bucket. You don't understand. So the lacquer bucket is usually black. So in this case, I imagine him being in the kitchen or something and picking up maybe a grain of rice from the floor and throwing it back into the lacquer bucket with all of the other rice, right? I went to Kroger today, and I haven't, it's just so interesting to me because it was like this wall of like board games. And I picked one up and I was like, wow, this is, even before I was working on this koan, this is the earth, the great earth, right? Now showing up as this board game. And I looked at it for a while, and then I kind of put it back on the shelf, and you could feel like the whole mass of the shelf just sort of engulf this board game, where it was like it lost all of its individuality. And then I'm going down the aisle where they have the Coke and all the bottles of Coke. It's like this wall of Coke, and you can't really distinguish between Faygo or Pepsi or whatever. I don't know if that has anything to do with the koan, but there it is. Okay. It's like a lacquer bucket. You don't understand. So this not understanding is really, has to be encountered. Not holding on, not grasping, being able to like completely live in the free fall of intuitive prajna wisdom, right? As I said earlier, this is Shakyamuni saying, I've preached for 40 some odd years and I've said nothing at all, right? But you can't stay there. Because if you stay there, then you're just you're no help at all. You have to be able to say something. And your saying something has to include and be the nothing at all. I'll beat the drum to call everyone to look. So this is like, we all need to feel the sound and the beat of that drum. And that drum is actually coming from our own hearts. That drum is coming from the depths of our being, telling us there's something really important here, something we really have to live if we're going to be the best person that we can. If we're going to be able to cut through all of our karmic habit energy patterns that are wreaking havoc on ourselves and other people, the people that we love around us. You know, during oryoki, during the meal at sesshin, the drum sounds, right? Boom, 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 boom. And the drum is supposed to be the sound of the dragon approaching. When we have big ceremonies, we also beat the drum. The dragon is approaching. So the dragon, dragons are representatives of enlightenment, enlightened life. So the dragon is thumping around and stomping around as your heart, and always beating, always calling you into this great earth. Now showing up as you, actually, in all the things in your life, and all of the hopes and dreams and catastrophes. This great earth now showing up as you. May we take this up, may we investigate it, may we realize it, may we actualize it, may we give it away, and most importantly, may we really, especially in these times, be a true light to the world. Maybe so.
Numberless, I bow. concludes our service this evening.